Good afternoon. My name is Maureen McKuen. For this assignment, I chose two different leagues. The first league that I had chose in the beginning was the NFL, and for the second league, I had chose the NBA. For the organizations for both leagues, they have a close similarity with the way they work in the organization to improve the sport. The NFL, of course, doesn't make that much when it comes to the salary wages by the end of the year, as the NBA does. Besides the money, the NFL is known for its entertainment they put towards the sport, great internships within ESPN only. And as for the NBA, they're known as well for their entertainment enterprise within the sport, and as well the internships. And for the internships in the NBA, that is different from the NFL, is that the NBA, they do it in every different state. There's internships for students that go to college that are also in that local area. So that's also a great way, and I feel like the NBA has a bigger chance and a better internships for students that want to get out there into the real world. This is their contact information. The NFL has their email and address, and for the NBA, I found a phone number and an address as well. The strengths. The strengths for the NBA, of course, they have strong management, financial league, brand name, of course. They're very big. You see it everywhere across the world. The size advantage is, I would say, big. Compared to the NFL, I would not say as big because the NFL is known for their size compared to the way they play. The NFL, it is, of course, a huge fan base. If you were to think about the strengths between the NBA and the NFL, fan base is very huge on the NFL compared to the NBA. And, of course, the NFL has the bigger sponsorships, more sponsors, they're out there more. You see at football more on TV than you would see basketball when it's during the season. That's just my opinion. I'm not a big basketball fan, but I decided to do it because there is a difference, and I used to have an enjoyment, I guess you could say, for playing the sport. The weaknesses for these teams are very different. Of course, NFL, not big across the world, as basketball is, of course. The opportunities are quite slimming, actually. With the NBA, they have it right then and there. They are out there more as well. Technology is on both parties, for instance. Because the NFL, of course, they're changing every year, every season. It's always a different new things, everything. So they're very well on that. The only thing that the NFL can do that the NBA does better is, of course, their ticket pricing. I feel like the NFL needs to lower the ticket price. Lowering ticket prices, more fans come. NBA, they have low ticket prices, so people come to the games. And the NFL is a lot more bigger on the technology and getting out there to more than the NBA does. The type of threats that I had found within the both leagues. Of course, the NBA, it's a bad economy. They have a global resignation, the change in the taste, the political risk. The NBA, they do take a lot of risks. They try to change every season. They're trying to do something different. They're trying to grab more fans. And sometimes it is a risk because sometimes they might not exceed. And it's just a big part on them. Like, if they do one little thing wrong, it could mess up a whole season. It could drop fan ratings. It all depends on what they do and how they want to impact their season, basically. For the NFL, soccer. Soccer is basically one of the big threats for the NFL, and it's just because you got American football, and then you got football in other countries that is known as for soccer. So when people say football, a lot of people are not really talking about the American football. They're talking about soccer, and that's a really big threat when it comes to American football. And what can these organizations bring to sponsors to gain more sponsors? Well, the NBA, they can do like challenging things. They can come up with more event planning, more events around the local areas that they have either a game coming later that week or something to grab kids, to get kids' attention, grabbing people. Same goes for the NFL. The NFL, if they did event planning, because usually when you hear the NFL, they have the game and there's the game. You don't really see, you got the tailgating. Yeah, but that's used. It's same old. Why don't they just do the same thing, like going out there trying to grab fans? Like, oh, here we have a special event for the upcoming game that's happening this weekend, and yada yada, just to grab fans. I feel like that would be bigger. The cheaper prices on tickets brings more people. And if the NFL, with the money that they are making, believe it or not, they can hold some events in local areas for free and do like maybe a little bit of advertising or merchandise where they sell to just keep the fans engaged, to keep them coming back every time and wanting to go to the games and wanting to watch them. I feel like that if they were to preach this, it would bring a lot of sponsors and everybody into the organization. These are my references for the NBA and the NFL, and I hope you enjoyed what I had to say about my opinion, of course, about both of these leagues and what I think they should improve and their strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats that they have towards the league. Thank you.